Welcome everybody to the third installment of the Cole, Nick, and Mike show, where we talk about football, life, and just man stuff in general. Welcome, Cole.
Thanks, Mike. Welcome, Mike. And welcome to all of you guys to CNM Show, Episode 2.
Numero dos.
Dos.
Thank you, Cole. So what do we have to look forward to in today's video?
So today we're going to give a quick recap of last week's video and our predictions and how Wild Card Weekend went down, as well as give our predictions for divisional playoff football, the best kind of football.
The best kind out there.
Give our predictions for what's going to happen then.
So let's just get right into it. What happened in the first game? He's going to be taking the AFC, by the way, and I'm going to be taking the NFC game.
So in the first game, it was Kansas City going to Houston. I took the Kansas City train. You thought Houston was going to stop them.
I thought J.J. Watt was just going to get him and swap them balls.
Yeah, but it was actually turned out to be one of the biggest shutouts in playoff history. Kansas City won with a 30-0 victory. That's pretty sad for playoff football.
I can't believe they got any. They couldn't get any. The Colts could have got something.
I'm still saying the Colts could have gotten points, but
the Browns could have scored points against them.
Probably. But anyway, Kansas City, they didn't capitalize on every mistake that Houston did. Brian Hoyer made 4 picks and 2 fumbles.
I believe so.
So they say you can take Brian Hoyer out of Cleveland, but you can't take the Cleveland out of Brian Hoyer.
Amen, brother.
So Kansas City did what they needed to do, obviously. They could have gotten a field goal and won the game, I guess.
What do you mean?
They could have gotten 3 points and still won that game.
Oh, yeah, they could have. They could have got a safety and won the game.
They did what they needed to do, and they're going to
got the job done.
They're now advancing to play Tom Brady in Foxborough today, actually. So that's good to be looking forward to that. What was the first game on Sunday?
The first game on Sunday was the Seattle Seahawks going into Minnesota in one of the coldest games in football history. And it was the third coldest playoff game in NFL history.
Freaking cold.
5- degrees. You know, it started warming up there towards the end. It got to zero. There was no degree at all.
Not me.
And it was a pretty boring game. It was 9-10 with. I feel bad for Blair Walsh.
Wouldn't want to be him.
I would not want to be him that next morning. He blamed it on himself, though. I'll give it to him. But he scored every point they scored that game.
That's true.
I can't really fault the guy. But the Seahawks won 10-9. They're the luckiest football team in playoffs right now.
And now they're going to play Carolina Panthers.
They are. That should be a good game.
Awesome.
What was our Saturday night football game?
So on Saturday, we had Pittsburgh going to Cincinnati. I really thought that A.J. McCarron and Marvin Lewis were going to come out with a playoff win. And you took Pittsburgh coming in.
I did.
They were
running backs.
That's right. And so A.J. McCarron, he did what he needed to do. The game wasn't obviously they could have done better, and plays could have been made throughout the entirety of the game. But when it came down to it, the fouls. I have a little bit of a problem with the last hit on the Antonio. I mean, he actually got a concussion, so it was a pretty bad hit. But
I'm rooting for that guy,
to be honest. But actually, I don't really understand if you penalize people for the way that they tackle. Going into a tackle. If I'm tackling you, then I have to think, oh, if I tackle you too hard,
it's becoming really a pansy sport out there.
I mean, some of the things that they're doing just doesn't make sense, and it's not.
It's gonna be flag football before we know it.
It's a tough sport, It's a part of the game. So, but
he couldn't stop either.
Yeah, he was mid tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, to make someone think, oh, if I tackle too hard, I'm gonna get penalized, and that kind of changes the way that you play defense, and I just don't think that that's in the best interest of them.
All right, Cole, I think we need to come down a little bit,
What, am I going too hard?
Yeah, you're going too hard at this.
I wanted to see Cincinnati win.
Yeah, I can
and
tell.
I don't want to see the NFL going down. But
yeah, I understand.
They're going to be there, regardless of the fact.
Yeah, it'll be flag football. People still be watching.
Yeah, I'll watch NFL.
But the Sunday night football game we had were the Packers going into D.C. You like that train going against Aaron Rodgers.
That's right.
Everybody said was falling off. Did they not?
They could have.
I had faith in the Packers.
That you did.
I did.
It's on you.
And they won that game 35-18.
That was the highest scoring game of the weekend.
It really was. I'm surprised. I actually was surprised how well they played. Aaron Rodgers is back. The Packers are back. Their defense needs to shape up a little bit, but other than that, they're going to they're Super Bowl material right there.
I tell you what it was. Eddie Lacy came out of that second half, and he turned on the Jets. Their running stats were horrible.
He put his running shoes on. He had his walking shoes on before.
Yeah, in the first half, it was horrible. But in the second half, he came out. They ran it over 20 times. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns, so I think that really controlled the game for them, honestly.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the divisional weekend. We have
Today and tomorrow should be some good football
yeah,
games.
I'm excited for it. It's the best kind of football.
Yeah, the best team is going against the best team.
Yeah, some really good
You
matchups.
finally get to
so.
see the number 1 seeds play.
That's right.
So what's the first game we have today?
So the first game is Kansas City going into Foxborough playing Tom Brady. Who you got? Alex Smith, Mr. Brady, Bill Belichick, Andy Reid.
Andy
You got-
Reid. Man, I have the Patriots. It pains me to say this
Pains
more
you?
than you guys know, but the Patriots, they have experience. It's in Foxborough, one of the best home field advantages in football, and it's Tom Brady. There's not much you can say there, but they're playing really good football right now. The Patriots are,
Yeah.
and the Chiefs didn't impress me last week. They did win 30-0, but they didn't capitalize on everything they could have. And playing the Patriots, you need to capitalize on everything you can.
You've got to.
So I think it's really no question. Who do you got?
Yeah, you've got to, or Tom Brady himself will make you pay. I'm taking Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. I think Bill Belichick is the greatest coach in football right now. And just the experience that Tom Brady has, he can, in the situations, he can make plays and do things when it needs it most. And they didn't come out, they didn't finish well against Miami, but they didn't really, I mean, I guess they needed to get the number 1 seed, but I think
fine with
regardless, I think they're going to still be playing in the AFC Championship game. I'd like to see Alex Smith and the Kansas City Chiefs win, but I just can't be the guy who picks against Tom Brady. So it could happen, but I don't think it will. So I'm taking Tom Brady in Foxborough. So the next game on Sunday night we have is Green Bay at Arizona.
Saturday night.
Saturday night, excuse me.
The Packers going into Arizona. Carson Palmer versus Aaron Rodgers. Who you got?
I'm taking Carson Palmer. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is coming on the road and getting his second straight road win in this playoff. I think Carson Palmer and Bruce Arians is a very well-coached team. I think they have the talent surrounding him, and the veteran Carson Palmer is going to get a playoff win, and they're going to go to the NFC Championship game. And I think that Arizona comes out with a win. I think that Larry Fitzgerald and John Brown and the receivers are going to be enough, and it's not going to be Green Bay won't have enough to stop it. So what do you think?
You know, Aaron Rodgers, I like that. Aaron Rodgers is showing up. He's bringing his team with him. They are looking like playoff, like
They will physically be there.
They will show up in Arizona. They're looking like the Packers a playoff pass over here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they take Arizona. They can do it. They went on the road last week. They can do it again.
I think they can do it, but I'm just saying I don't think the nest in Phoenix is going to be trampled with.
The nest?
The nest.
You don't
that's
think
what they call
they're going to pack up the nest?
it. I think they're going to pack them out of the nest,
Pack them out?
drop them off the tree. Packers can't fly, right? What is a packer? That's the question.
Yeah. Wait, what?
That's the question. What is a packer?
What is it? A cheesehead? Is a cheesehead a packer of cheese?
I don't. Is that something? I think it's something like that. That makes sense. I wouldn't be wearing a cheese head in my head. I think that's just kind of weird.
Broncos fans are weird with stuff like that too. They have like weird Broncos helmets.
I mean, fanatical fans are fanatics.
We have a horse though. Wait, I think we. What's his
Horse?
name?
A
Yeah,
Bronco?
yeah, Bronco
Bronco
horse.
the
I think
horse.
it's called a colt though. I'm not gonna lie.
Baby Colt.
I could be wrong, but that's a different topic.
All right. Anyway,
Sunday afternoon football. It's the Seattle Seahawks going in to Carolina to play the 15-1 Carolina Panthers. Who you got? Cam Newton, Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson or Cam Newton? I'm taking the number 1 candidate for MVP this year. I'm taking Cam Newton. He's the number 1 candidate for MVP. I'm saying I don't think Russell Wilson. They didn't play well. Granted, it was cold, but they did not play very well against a team like Minnesota. I think they won't play even better, even though they're playing a team like Carolina. I think Carolina is a far superior team than Minnesota. So I think they're going to give them a run for their money, and I think Cam Newton is going to come out on top. Who you taking, Mike?
All I gotta say is the Seahawks are the luckiest playoff team in football. So I'm taking the
Can't
Seahawks.
argue with that.
They find ways to win.
They do.
They had the Packers last year, the Vikings this year. They somehow do it. I don't understand it, but
Not this time.
they might have Marshawn Lynch back too. I haven't heard any word about that, but they might have him back, especially Beast Mode coming back. He's showing people off.
He could be hurt.
I'm taking the Seahawks over the Panthers.
All right, and so the last playoff game that we have of divisional weekend is Pittsburgh going into your Denver Broncos in Denver, Colorado. You taking your boy Peyton Manning?
I'm taking my boy Peyton Manning over Ben Roethlisberger, especially if they have an injured Antonio Brown and a hurt Ben Roethlisberger. With our defense,
True.
with their defense, I know people hate when are, but with their defense, if they hit Ben Roethlisberger a couple times, they can take him out of the game. That's just a different ballgame.
Is that your strategy? drill Big Ben.
Yeah,
as hard
just
as you
drill.
can.
What are they gonna do? Who's their backup quarterback?
Who's gonna stop us?
Yeah, who's gonna stop us?
I wouldn't
Marcus
stop
Ware
us.
out. If you're out there,
Hit him!
hit him. Hit him
Hit
for
him.
me. Hit him for this guy. Who you got?
I'll tell you who I got. I'm taking Denver Broncos. This is a Bronco, right?
I mean, it can be.
Right? No, but I'm taking the Denver Broncos. I don't think Pittsburgh is going to get another home win. I'm taking every home game, every home team in the divisional playoff weekend. Every road team won in the wild card weekend. Every home team is going to win this weekend. I'm telling you right now. And I think
Mark your
that
words.
Peyton Manning is just going to come out on top. I think he's got something to prove, and I think that's going to influence the way he plays and motivate his team to come out with a win over the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You know, really shock everybody. Halftime, we bring Osweiler out.
Hey, that shocked me.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Cole, for being on.
Thank you.
Make sure to follow him on Twitter. It'll be on screen and in the description below.
It'll be
It'll
somewhere around here.
Around
Spot
here.
Spence, 2 eyes, 1 word, all the follows.
Yeah, make sure to leave a like. Tell your friends about us, about the show, the Cole, Nick, and Mike show.
That's right.
Thank you so much. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I think I'm good.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Check our next video out. It's going to be Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. We're going to answer the question, who's the better quarterback? I'm excited for that, so if you guys want to tune into that, check it out.
It's been Nick.
It's been Cole.
And it's been Mike. See ya.
Signing off.